So, I've finally managed to get you guys together, and we are going to record the most weeaboo and friendship-breaking game. Legitimately, more so than Mario Party, more so than Munchkin. This is the Destroyer of Friendships, so this is my way of basically telling you guys.
I've played the Destroyer of Friendships before, and it's named Choo Choo Rocket. So
No, come on now. I want to be the botting. Is true friendship destroyer.
That's not friendship destroying, that's sanity destroying.
That's soul destroying.
Soul destroying, yeah, it's just odds.
Yeah, Beany showing his true colours, the colours of weeaboo.
Basically. Like, for people that don't know, this is basically a JRPG turned board game thing. Like, there is no specific genre for it, it's just, well, it's awesome, that's what it is.
I don't think awesome's a genre.
No, it's now a genre.
And well, you know, we've had some success in the past recording Battle Hunter.
Yeah.
This can only go well.
This is very Battle Hunter-esque. It's, if people have seen that other
I'm
guy's
holding you
show
to that, by the way.
series. It's basically, the way I describe it to you guys is it's a more in-depth version of Battle Hunter, which is probably a game most people have never heard of if they haven't seen our series, to be fair. Like, it's not a very well-known game, I don't think. But
Shall we get to it?
yeah.
Settings, can we turn off the cheating, please? We have actual characters.
We can't, unfortunately. However, I do need to do just a few things in settings.
Would kind
Space movement? Oh boy, can we move in space?
No.
Ah.
Just scroll down the settings and it gets to one with like real life graphics. It's like, oh, just digitized photos now with like Mortal Kombat. It's weird.
Virtual simulation mode. Virtual reality mode.
We just stopped playing it in real life.
Alright, I think we're ready to go then and actually get started on this most weeaboo of journeys.
I hate
This
it.
fucking voice.
Oh god, I hate it.
Seriously.
You guys are going to absolutely love this.
I feel like we have different definitions of the word love.
Oh, it's
It's
going to
like-
be fun.
It's like those shows where all the characters have really squeaky voices. I fucking hate it.
You mean anime?
Yeah, pretty much.
Just
The majority of anime, yes.
also, why did it say Blair 1?
Because it's weird and doesn't get rid of the full player
Beaver 1? Wait, what?
Why don't you just...
Beaner 1? That's racist.
Why don't you just click decide?
thing. Huh? Because that basically... That's,
Sorry, erase even. There we go.
I can do it that way then. I can put my name in without having to put extra effort into it. Basically, because it starts with the first letter, so it's just easier that way.
Name
Am I guy or girl?
Wait.
You know
Oh
what?
right, yeah. I thought it went name guy.
You're like, oh boy, a bikini, gotta be that one.
Obviously.
Seriously.
So, to start off with, there's only 3 classes.
Oh my god, you can be a magical girl.
Right, we'll pick one each, and I'll pick thief.
You're going thief?
I'm going thief.
I love that. I'll pick. We'll only get one. By the way, I'm this one. Shut up. Go away. I'm this. No one else can be my thing.
What do you want to be, Mike?
I don't give a flying fuck, Beanie. I just fucking don't.
And I'm obviously the most pinkish. I'm the most girly girl, obviously.
So you can choose anything you want, so
Also-
long as it's my choice. Wait, hang on. Go back.
Go back to what?
Explain to me how that sexy face. Just
Well, you see,
anything.
the eyes are slightly crossed.
When
It's whether it's angry or, you know, there's some confusion there. I don't know. I
I
don't
like
know.
the idea of the eyes are slightly crossed. Well, if you're doing it right, she will go cross-eyed.
You can also make the finish.
Player 2.
Okay.
This is Scarbeus. I never actually, you know, also introduced, like,
You
said
really
hi
think
to
anyone
folks.
cares?
Fine.
I mean, you know, whatever.
Also, you are literally worse than, like, the worst people in the world
Scarab.
right now.
What?
Garber.
I
You're doing it in all caps.
yeah.
I really don't give a shit. See, if
I know-
we use
I know
this
you
thing,
don't.
if we use this thing called a keyboard, then that would be fine. But
This
we're
is
not. so-
PlayStation
On the
2.
PlayStation 2.
Yeah. Which means we're not using a keyboard.
Fucking PC
You'll
Master
get there
Race.
eventually. See, like, I can just type it in no problem, but because we're not typing it in, then I'll just
It
have
has-
to deal with what I got.
Then it has to be all caps, is what you're saying.
Basically.
'Cause that's what we're complaining about. They did it in all
The
caps.
full laziness there, though, just
Yeah,
to say, is literally you could
ninja.
have pressed a button.
Oh my god, you goddamn it, Lord.
I want to be a
Well,
ninja,
he is a
okay?
Go on, have the mean.
Oh!
Have the mean
Super
face.
angry. That's not a cool face.
Have the mean face. You know, you total edgelord.
That's not mean, that's I have acne, help me. That is the angry, I'm gonna steal everything, especially something to clip my eyebrows, because goddamn. There we go.
So, name.
He's thinking of something.
I was going to say, this
Jim.
Bersekrer doesn't start with J. Oh,
Jim.
this... Wait, no, this...
You can't stop me.
How is Jim turned like? This just to put this into context. Literally this weekend, I think it was. One of our friends was a rolling joke that his name was Jim. Like,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure that Jim came up yesterday in our recording session. And also, just because Jim's the name of my dad. Why does it keep coming up?
Beany,
Is
there's
this
something.
subtly telling me I need to ring my dad or something?
Beany, after many years of knowing you, there is something I need to tell you. When a man
God.
and your mother love each other very much.
Wait, when a man and my mother love me very much? No! Not okay!
Yeah, they're like, we love this guy. We love this Sean here. Let's make more of him.
No, that never happens.
I guess
Literally, they got to me and said, no, no more, we're done.
I'll green, okay.
So,
And your face.
welcome to the show. We're here with Beany, Scarbeus, and Jim. Alternative names are Sean, Laurie, and Jim. We're gonna have to call you Jim now.
I
this is
am
the thing.
that one. Normal face, cool.
You've put that in. How are people now to know that your actual name is Bersekrer?
Here lies Beany, who just actually died in the middle of that word.
Here lies Beany, the only one with any sense of lower punctuation.
Yeah, no one
Fuck you
cares.
guys. We'll all use the same controller just because it's easier. And also it brings back memories of Battle Hunter.
Yeah, good, great memories. Absolutely glorious memories. Just getting PTSD from the Tractile Dungeon as is.
Yeah, I'm gonna put everything into movement. You stand on a movement trap.
So that's the turn order. Laurie, me, Mike. That is actually really useful for us because just to throw
We
this
can
out
actually
there,
rotate it. Yeah.
Well, we could have done that regardless of which way around it went.
just to
There's
point
three
this,
of us.
just to point this out, the thief's ability is that whenever they pass a player on the board, they steal an item or field magic.
Okay.
So at the start here, we actually choose one in two directions to go in. I'd suggest me and you go in the complete opposite direction of him,
Yeah.
basically.
I'll do what I want.
Anyway, it's another peaceful day in Dokapon Kingdom.
Working
Everyone's
hard to
working
make money. Well, I'm taking it. So you work hard, and I will
That's
take your
technically
money.
working hard.
I mean, it's a job.
Also, this voice acting.
What's happening?
Ugh.
Oh no!
Oh no, it's
things.
Bowser. I mean,
And these bad guys,
they are Bowser's.
What about them?
they
Makes
look
them
like
evil.
xylophones with faces.
Not like those paper creational things, like things you can make from paper. I forget the name for them.
Origami.
No, there's actually a specific thing that you can make in with origami.
Okay,
I can't remember what it is though. I'm being useless here. I apologise.
fantastic. Nailed it.
I'm so glad that was a productive conversation.
Good, good. I'm glad
There's
you
a
are.
thing that exists. It's a thing.
It looks like those monster things.
It looks like a thing that you can do with a thing.
You know what? Fuck you guys.
I mean, doesn't everything look like a thing you can do with a thing in some way?
It is if you're brave enough.
What?
I don't know. Just leave that there.
I'm gonna have to. I have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Also,
Surprise.
just to kind of summarise this king, to point out the how much of a horrible person he is. Basically, monsters have appeared. Adventurers, go kill monsters and bring me back money. Whoever brings me the most gets my daughter as, they just get my daughter.
I love the logic here, because it's like, if you bring me back the most money, you'll get a prize.
Dokapon royalty after all.
Why don't I just keep the money?
Bear in mind that
Well,
it's
to
a
be
thing
fair-
that people used to do. It's like, if you pay me money, you can marry my daughter.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it is actually a thing. I feel like I don't like to take this that seriously though. This just seems like bad king kind of situation. Or bad father kind of situation.
Like, having their weight in resources was something as well. I mean, they even make a joke of it in Game of Thrones. Like, this guy said I could have, like, his daughter's weight in silver, so he picked the fat one, so he could get more money. It's like,
Yeah.
alright.
Yep. It's a
You really
dowry.
want to? Yeah, that's the word.
Known as a dowry.
Stop on the loot spaces to obtain some gear.
Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, right now, just to kind of again summarize what he's saying, we're in the tutorial
time.
mode. The first 2 weeks, and each round of turns is a day, 7 days per week, obviously as normal. For the first 2 weeks is the tutorial. Basically, we're going around getting gear, getting a bit of experience on a few battle spaces, very easy creatures, and the first ones to get to the actual end of the tutorial get bonuses, by which I mean they get ability points to put into their attack, defense, magic, and speed, as you can see up there, and hit points.
So this is Mario Party, but harder.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, it's Mario Party with JRPG and no mini games. So,
Okay, item space.
Everything about that
While I'm
sounds
on
horrible.
view, let's just see what the spaces are. Oh, God.
So that gives you items you can use in the world map. You use them before your turn starts, or before you roll the dice, effectively. That is field magic. No, battle magic, sorry, which is a spell you can use in combat. Basically, you use that in place of your attack. You can still attack, it's basically a choice. That's money, you get money. A certain amount, depending on a roulette. That's a weapon, you get a weapon. Again, all this is randomised by roulettes. The shield is defense, you basically get a shield. I don't think there's an armor space, so I think that's literally it. You see the blank yellow spaces? Those are battle spaces. If you land on them, you're thrown into a battle.
Okay, let's see what's this way.
There'll be no different space on this side. It's just like a rearrangement of them. Basically,
Okay.
the start is here is you can go left or right.
True, but it's more a case of what sort of things do I want to land on, and
Money.
which has a better.
You want to land on money. I know you. You want to land on money.
That's true.
Well,
However,
I'm just
getting a weapon and a shield is very important here. Like,
I'm not saying it's the
Get
most.
it out.
So
it,
there's a
but-
couple of shields that way, but I think there's a closer weapon this way.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's the most viable option.
So-
I'm just saying Laurie wants to land on money.
that's very true.
I do. Consider we're not actually using a PlayStation controller. This is getting confusing now. About what
It's the
buttons I
same
should be
layout
using.
as a PlayStation controller. So you can think of that.
How do I
So,
cancel the view thing?
B.
Right.
Bag,
I have
you've
nothing in
not
my
moved
bag. Data. Yeah,
That's
fuck
like
it.
settings and stuff. We don't need that.
So I roll. Oh, you can roll 0.
It's very unlikely.
And maybe you can.
I've rarely seen anybody roll a 0, but it is a possibility.
What?
1. Oh yes.
Move to this space. No! I'm gonna stay here
Start
forever.
roulette.
So this is basically to see what item you get from landing on the space. The
Okay,
drinks
explain to
there-
me.
The drinks are stuff you can use on a turn. They give you a boost to a certain stat for that turn. The crystals, basically, you can use them in place of rolling on the roulette at the start, and you say, instead I'm going to move 2 spaces. I'm going to move 5 spaces, depending on what kind of crystal it is. So it
2
basically takes the
crystals.
chance. So now you can actually say, that space is 2 away from me. I definitely want to land on it. I'm just going to use that. That makes sense?
But I can't do it right now.
No.
Yeah, my
Only at the
turn.
start of your turn. It's in place of rolling the dice, effectively.
Okay.
So, my turn. I've got nothing to use, so... Oh, also, the fact that he got a 1 completely screws up my plan.
Yep.
One thing we ought to use here as well is, if you press the square button, or in this case the X button, you can actually see which spaces you can land on, and select it rather than moving to it. So I'm actually going to go all the way to this battle magic space, although my magic stat is terrible. May as well at least have one. Boop! I think that's speed charge, yeah. I'm not sure specifically how these things affect things. Obviously, it's a boost my speed. I'm not sure how.
Also, I didn't look at my stats.
You can actually see them. Oh, so you get a dodge, Laurie.
I guess.
What do you mean?
I'm just pressing buttons.
So
Yay, potion,
you,
okay.
on your turn, you can now choose to follow me and have the possibility of stealing items every time you pass by me, or you can go right. Mike can go in the opposite direction as you, basically, if he wants to avoid that.
Okay, so I have decent attack, defense is okay. I'm guessing MG's magic.
Yeah. Speed is speed in this is how easy you are to hit and how easy it is to hit your enemy. Like
Now,
basically it's accuracy.
If
and
I wanted
dodge.
to move 2 spaces with the crystal, should I have chosen that first?
You can press B to get out of that, I believe. Yeah. So you can use your basically get to the back.
Let's have a view. So I could move straight to the money, or I could potentially go somewhere else.
Yeah. And there is 2 money spaces within the 1 to 6 that you can roll. And a battle magic space.
You can go left to harass Beany.
I could, but I want to go to the right.
That's
It's better for weapons. So you know what?
fair. Actually, that works out for me.
Just so mainly we can just show this. I'm not sure I want to do it anyway. Well, I'll just use the crystal and I'll move 2 spaces.
Of course, the money space.
Told you.
There you go.
Yeah.
Money!
Also, small warning now that we've started and you can't back out. This game hates you and will always try and prioritize the lower stuff.
Yeah!
Of course, it proved me wrong there, but the chance of you actually getting the good stuff as opposed to the bad stuff is usually much higher.
The way it seems
much
is you could actually predict what you're going to get when it's spinning round, simply
No.
because
It's not. Unfortunately, it's not. People have theorized that and quickly realized that no, the game hates you. It makes it seem that way, but it's not. You can't like press the button and know like I couldn't try to get the 300 even if I was amazing and still get the 300. It's basically random. The roulette is a. Told you.
You sure the game just doesn't like you?
now
It's possible. It's possible.
do you have to move to the number you get, or is it just you can move to anything within that number?
Have to move to the number you get. So there is some spaces on the main board that have been put in very specifically hard to get to better places where like you have to. There's no spaces after it, so you have to land or get the exact number. You can't go over, otherwise you have to go backwards.
Is it a race?
At this point, yes. Well,
Which is whoever can get the most stuff until somebody gets to the end.
you're terrible at this. You're
Just
literally the
move it,
worst
stop.
person.
There you go.
There you go. In the tutorial, yeah, the first one of us to get to the castle gets like 8 ability points. The second one will get 6. The third one will get 4. It's bit so.
Okay.
People who finish the tutorial quicker get better stuff. Also, all of us landed in the money space that thing. You two both got in the hundreds. I got 10.
I got an item space. I just happened to get money.
Did you?
Alright.
I think so.
I don't think you can get money on item space.
I might be lying to you.
Yeah, I think you are.
Yeah.
Also, another money space.
Of course, he got money
I'm a
space.
This is Laurie.
thief! That's what I
He gets
do!
another fucking 500.
Is it really thieving if you just sort of land on it? It's like just
I
find it
mean,
on the floor.
we don't-
Somebody just left it here.
I was gonna say, we
okay?
don't know what those squares are representing. Like, he could be, that could be the highwayman spot. You literally stab people and steal their money.
Also, if you ask me, Beanie's winning by quite a significant amount.
What, because he's further up?
He's gonna get way more points than we do. Way more points.
I'm guessing the idea being
That's good.
you can, like, at any time go up, but it's not a good idea if you don't.
If you preferably want to get some gear.
Yeah.
I think dagger's better than knife, but I can use the longsword there. Also, some of these weapons get certain bonuses depending on the class using. So, like,
Makes
thief would be
sense.
better with a dagger or a knife. Fight's better with a longsword. I think there's like staffs and stuff that magician's good at. And there's also a ton of other classes that you will unlock as the game goes on. Small disclaimer though, this game is huge. We are not completing it. Like, we don't even know if we're planning on doing more than one session of recording. It's
Is it
just a
like-
fun game.
Is it like a Mario Party game, like the old games which can go on for like 18 years?
Well, bear in mind we're doing 2 weeks, which is 28. So,
2 weeks
What's
is
that?
14.
sorry, 2:14. Sorry, yeah.
Good job.
Good job, nailed it.
10 out of 10.
So I can't go to the right, so I have to go this way.
You can go,
Well,
you can
yeah,
go
you
on.
can go up. So if you go
Again,
back,
I don't.
again, with the speed set
can-
to as it is, I would really recommend using the square just 'cause it's so much easier to move.
so if you press
Square.
press X,
X.
press X,
And then
and
you
then you
get
can.
points.
Oh,
squares
right,
you choose.
okay, yeah.
It just makes things easier.
Yeah, so you can either go up or left.
No, 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 no. no.
This is where I'm trying to go.
That's
so
fair.
see what we get.
Steel brew, crystals, or
Actually,
potion.
hoping I get 1 crystal, which I did not. I got a potion. Oh well.
I was
Because
gonna
I
say,
actually kind of want to land on the weapon.
I was going to say that'd be very useful for you.
Well, if you get like a lot, you can just go around in a circle.
What many items are yet now? So I've got a weapon now. That's all I really need. So
One.
fortunately, I don't have any items, so Laurie can't actually steal anything from me. You can only steal
Got a potion, have you?
field stuff. No.
No, you just checked.
Um,
You're not getting good money.
I'm really not. 110 gold and a dagger so far is what I've managed to get. Hey,
Oh wow, okay.
So-
Have a safe journey.
you can actually go either onto the shield space
Yeah.
or you can head onto the battlefield. Shield is probably a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's buckler, wooden shield, leather shield there.
So I got the worst one.
Yes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Jim the Wizard got the buckler.
Alright, so.
Jim is the greatest of us. Nope.
Well, guess what I didn't get?
That's gonna be
More
my
money
next,
space.
my next D&D character, Jim the Wizard.
I'm guessing later on we can actually buy gear with the money.
Yeah.
now.
Once you're out of the tutorial space, there's shops. It becomes a lot more in depth.
1,000
It's
gold.
basically just trying to.
Oh!
Yeah. Finally, somebody else gets shifted.
I'm sure. Instead of just pressing it whenever I feel like it, I'm going to try and see if I can work it out.
You can very much try it. I'm pretty sure. I might be
What?
wrong. I'm pretty sure. Again, battle magic. Like, I don't need. M-Guard actually is a defense. No, speed charge is actually defensive magic, which is different to the aggressives. It'll make sense once you get to the battles.
Yeah, I'm mostly just stocking up on
So-
stuff. Oh, you can only hold one spell.
One offensive, one defensive.
Okay.
And that's not including field magic, which is kind of like items. Which will, again, I'm going to explain things as we get to them rather than just throwing everything out at once. It's just easier that way.
Oh, whoops.
I'm just wondering who's going to get 0 first.
I don't even know if we'll get in this recording session is how rare it is. Like, it really is.
It looks like it's about as rare as the other ones, pretty much.
Again, don't judge it by how it looks in the roulette.
Yeah, it's like looking at that again. I'm pretty sure you can actually figure it
Huh.
out.
Yeah, I actually tried to get that.
Yeah, that's the
Fair
thing.
enough.
I'm pretty sure you can figure it out.
Maybe I'm wrong, but don't judge it just from one. Like, judge it As the game
The
goes
scientific method dictates that we judge our book by its cover.
Yeah, because I want to go round again.
That is in the
Okay.
science rulebook.
that is in the science rulebook, fair
You
enough.
should know this. You're a scientist.
I am a scientist.
A
A
Siamese
Siamese test.
tits. What?
What? Siamese tits?
Siamese tits.
Spinner.
Is that just a...
Does that mean I can roll
It's
my movement twice?
Beyblade.
Yes. And you
Oh,
add them
interesting.
both.
Add
Eventually,
them both.
It's
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's like
so-
adding a dice in
I
Mario.
was gonna say I thought it'd be either or, but okay.
eventually you get things like 5 spinners. Like, it becomes somewhat ridiculous eventually. I'm going to go for a battle. This is our first battle, so
Kobold.
this is how it works.
At least it's not a rat.
Or slime.
Basically, you choose a card to see who goes first. Speed has no bearing on that.
It's
or
not.
whatever,
It's not
entirely
first and
chance.
second. It's last.
If you can see, there's basically left and right. On his attack is strike and attack. Attack is a normal attack, strike is a powerful attack, but if I counter, it completely undoes it and does the damage to him instead. However, chances of him using that are very unlikely, so I'm just going to defend.
I'm a pro at
He's
using.
strike. I've got no shield, this could hurt.
I'm a pro
But you
at.
said it counted it.
No, if I'd have chosen counter, I chose defend instead.
I haven't finished looking at all the abilities yet.
Oh, sorry. He didn't even defend, so this is going to hurt like fuck for him. There we
Or
go.
just kill him.
Stabbed him in the dick.
I mean, he kind of deserved it.
Not
Now,
cool.
do you stay on low HP or does it just heal up after you
Oh,
go?
you stay on the HP you've got until you, I think leveling up recovers HP.
It's my go.
Oh,
Sorry, Mike.
I just
I
kind of
kinda
handed it in my
I helped
directions. I
that.
was like, oh, is it me? Okay.
Where can I go? So.
Money, or you can go to the right and get money.
item.
No, it's
No,
item or
items.
money.
Guess I'll get money.
He says clicking the item.
Is that nice?
Yeah.
That's money.
No, that's item.
Oh, that's item. Oh,
yeah,
well,
money is the gold chest.
Guess
I
I'll
just,
do that.
I just see that as bag of money.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah, that's fair.
I now have a 5 crystal, I guess.
To be fair, there's very few actual money spaces on the map, so it's very. I'm stuck your turn now.
Yeah, what the fuck's going on?
I don't know. Are we? Is this the way that Battle
Yeah,
Hunter
that's
went
the
round?
way
Like-
Battle Hunter went around.
Ah.
Yeah, so I
So-
could go.
We recorded
to
that like 2
shield.
years ago, and it's still in our heads.
We did it a lot. Like,
That's fair.
we had to pass that controller a lot.
Yeah.
We passed it to the left in Battle
To the
Hunter,
left, to the
whereas
left.
now we're passing it to the right.
Yeah, I keep pressing X on a controller, which isn't X in the game.
You're the
so-
only person I know that still does that, by the
Yeah.
way. Like, you're the only person who can't figure out that the buttons are representative of other things. Because, you know, it implies that you look at the controller all the time.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I mean, I owned a PS2. I did not own an Xbox.
Yeah, so there's like the buttons you should know where they are without looking, kind of thing. Like, that's the way I've tried to
It
arrange
just
them.
throws it off because it's like, fucking Microsoft trying to be different. So just put the X in the same place. Nobody cares.
Oh, a lot of people
Um,
actually think that the Xbox controller is better.
I would also imagine, I wouldn't be surprised if the PlayStation had copyrighted the design of their controller, so Xbox actually legitimately probably couldn't.
I mean,
It's
maybe.
just the placement of the buttons. I think actually holding the Xbox controller is a lot more comfortable than the PlayStation one.
I very
but
much believe that.
I just still think they should put the X in the same place.
Invigorate.
Why not? I mean, fuck, have you ever played like N64? That
Oh, God.
fucking controller
Hmm.
was cancer.
What do you mean?
believe they thought that was a good controller design.
What do you mean? Don't you have 3 hands?
Aye.
To be fair, it did work. 'Cause it was like 2 controllers in one. Was the idea. You're never supposed to hold all 3 prongs. Each game had to be designed so you can only hold 2 parts of the controller.
Also, just to point out what's happening, this is the end of the week, basically. It does this every week, gives us our salary for the amount of jobs that we've either got or have maxed out the level of.
So Mike is winning by a significant margin.
That is not going to make a
Margin.
difference once we're on the actual
Uh-huh.
board.
yes, I'm winning by a significant margin.
Once we're on the actual board and we're actually taking towns, which is the main kind of objective of the game, that will shoot up, like, incredibly so. Each town.
It did a section on number of towns, but we've not done any of that yet.
Yeah.
So.
Look at me,
that's
I am
the-
the best.
Do you
That
want to
is how
save
it's
it or
working.
end it or whatever?
And
End it all.
Wow,
I'm
okay.
bored of you.
So you know what? You've had enough practice. Get going.
I'm bored of you. I'm kicking you out of the country.
Beany is
basically
the
it.
one.